The Institute of Chartered Accountants of Zimbabwe is a statutory body that began in 1918. The membership of ICAZ consists of Chartered Accountants Zimbabwe and Articled Accountants Zimbabwe. The vision of ICAZ is to be the preeminent professional body in the development and promotion of accountancy, assurance, and advisory services. It is ICAZ's mission to enhance the international standing and recognition of the qualification of the profession Chartered Accountant Zimbabwe for the benefit of its members and for the public interest. Our fundamental values are responsibility, which means that we pride ourselves in taking ownership and being dependable. Honesty, we pride ourselves in upholding the truth, tolerate no half-truths, and put across the right facts. We are impartial and believe in full disclosure. Our third value is integrity. ICAZ members act in good faith, standing by what we believe in, that is independent, fair, and transparent. We are here to do the right thing and walk the talk in all respect of things. The theme of the centenary was to ensure not only that there were celebrations, but the building of a stepping stone to the next 100 years. ICAZ wanted to honor the past, salute the present, and build upon its future. Throughout 2018, our mission was to show what ICAZ has achieved in terms of its membership growth, academic excellence, institutional strength, and the showcasing of our building, Integrity House. Our efforts in 2018 were to ensure that we keep driving membership growth, focusing on women chartered accountants for the future, and ensuring that we encourage students that are capable but find themselves in previously disadvantaged groups. The 2018 celebrations year also saw the participation of more chartered accountants in state enterprises and in the area of public finance management. Throughout the year, it was very important for us to keep reminding our members and our stakeholders of the next step in our legacy initiatives, which is the building of the Center of Excellence. Now that ICAZ has turned 101, I will confirm that indeed ICAZ has become an international organization with new Centennial chapters that have spread the footprint of ICAZ from Harare to Dubai, Miami, Perth, Brisbane, Channel Islands, and Sydney, in addition to our already existing chapters. ICAZ has accomplished its goal to involve other sectors of the economy, being the agricultural, mining, industrial, and financial services sectors. Our Centennial calendar of events was exciting and indeed very exerting. It started with a centenary gala dinner at the Meikles Hotel in January 2018. The high-level engagement meetings continued throughout the year. ICAZ continued its celebrations by hosting its biggest ever charity golf day. The Chartered Accountant Students Society pioneered the Career Expo initiatives and held very successful career meetings in Harare, Bulawayo, and Mazoe. Our first diaspora chapter to participate in the centenary celebrations was South Africa and hosted a fantastic dinner in Johannesburg. The Women Chartered Accountants Network also celebrated the centennial of ICAZ. The Dubai chapter held a meeting in Dubai to add its voice to the centennial celebrations. ICAZ at 100 at the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair was a pioneer event which allowed ICAZ to meet members and experts in the manufacturing and industrial sectors. In Gaborone, ICAZ celebrated its centenary celebrations, and at that dinner, a panel discussion was held to discuss the future of ICAZ. The Chartered Accountant Student Society, ICAZ, also embarked in the inaugural CSR initiative and donated to various charities. Our Midlands chapter took our centennial celebrations to Bweru and also pioneered the beginning of a new scholarship initiative with the Midlands State University. The ICAZ UK chapter participated by hosting a dinner in London. ICAZ held its centennial seminar in Victoria Falls. ICAZ hosted the biggest ever winter school, which we called the Centenary Congress, in Victoria Falls, and also saw the launching of the ICAZ Centenary Handbook and the ICAZ Centennial logo fabric. ICAZ continued to engage with the agricultural sector at the ICAZ at 100 at Harare Show Business Dialogue. ICAZ held its Centennial Interfirm Sports Day, the biggest ever. A few lucky members participated in the new members' Centennial dinner. The ICAZ Centenary Indaba was held in Harare.
Hello, my name is Gloria Jaravano, and I'm the new CEO for the Institute. I joined the Institute at a very exciting time, one where we've just finished the first 100 years of the Institute, and we're stepping into the next 100 years. So I'm very excited to be part of the legacy building team for the next generation of chartered accountants. The Institute has crafted a strategy that it is following for the next 3 to 5 years, and this is premised on 5 key pillars. The first one being people. The Institute is really focused on capacity building of the ICAZ Secretariat to enable it to deliver a vibrant education system for the students, to also enable the Secretariat to enhance the service offering to the members, as well as to enable us to engage effectively with all our stakeholders. The next pillar that the Institute is focused on is positioning of the ICAZ brand. Here we're basically looking at measures that we can be more effective in the economy and in the marketplace. And one of the key things that we are going to be looking at is introducing a public sector financial management qualification so that we get a foothold into public sector financial management, something that is very key and pertinent in this country at the moment. The third pillar that we are going to focus on is around partnerships, and this one is very closely related to the positioning, in that we are really looking at enhancing and also developing new partnerships that will allow us to promote accounting education in the country and also in the region, and at the same time advance the cause of the profession at large. The next pillar, which is a very critical pillar, is the funding pillar, because this pillar will also enable us to be able to deliver on the other pillars as well. And the focus here is to grow and widen the revenue base of the Institute so that we reduce over-reliance on member subscriptions. And lastly, we are going to be focusing on process, how we deliver the service to our members, how we engage with our partners, with our stakeholders. And we are going to be looking at digital systems and innovative service delivery systems that will allow us to engage with ease with our members, whether they're in the country or they're outside, as well as with our partners, whether they are local or they are international. And we hope that in doing this, we'll achieve full engagement of all our members, as well as active participation in the Institute's activities. We are celebrating the first 100 years of the Institute, and as we celebrated, we also put in place legacy projects, some which are short-term, some which are medium, and some that go into the long-term. These are the projects that we expect to accomplish for the next 100 years. We are focusing on coming up with a book. This is a centenary book. This book is going to be touching on the history of the Institute, who we are, how we started, where we've been, where we are, and also looking into the future, where we're going. In the short to medium term, we are looking at enhancing the education, the accounting education system in the country, possibly in the region, and possibly make our mark on the international scene as well. And we've started on the short term looking at projects such as scholarships to capacitate and resource those students and those people that would otherwise not have been able to pursue the profession. And we'll be looking at such similar projects in the medium term to grow the scholarship base and to make a difference in the community as far as developing the profession. When we move to the medium and long term, we are looking at building our Center of Excellence. We've been at Integrity House for many years. This is the legacy that the past accountants have passed on to us. And the Center of Excellence is going to be the new home for the Institute that will pass on to the next generation of chartered accountants. We are focused on certain facilities that will ensure that we are able to deliver the service that we're looking at delivering. From the education system, having a library, a study center, and even at servicing our members, having all the necessary facilities at the center.
Celebrating 100 years is no mean event. It's a huge achievement. Very few organizations in this country, let the world over, have been able to sustain themselves for over 100 years. I've got passion for this institute, and there are many others who have got passion for it. But passion on its own will evaporate like the rain or the dew of the morning, until you put it onto paper and documentation. And that is the reason why ICAZ, through Council, they have resolved to document and produce the ICAZ Centenary book, 1918 to 2018, so that we can have the life of this institute in a book that the future members can read. This will set up the stepping stones to the next century, to 2118. And what we want to do is to put the gems and the provisions for the next generation to run the next 100 years into the future.
My name is Sandra Mehlomakulu, and I am the ICAZ Centennial Champion. I would like to thank the immediate past president, 2017 to 2018, Mr. Martin Makaya, for his passion, innovation, motivation, and leadership throughout our crafting of the Centennial Championship campaign. It has been an honor to serve with Mr. Tapiwa Chizana, the ICAZ president. His invaluable experience, support, and respect amongst the membership has really helped in all the work that we have done throughout this campaign. I would also like to thank our immediate past CEO and also past president of ICAZ, Mr. Matthews Kunaka, who allowed me space and motivated me to ensure that we achieved all the targets that we set to achieve throughout the year. I would also like to thank my team, the ICAZ Secretariat, now ably led by Gloria Jaravanu. The ICAZ Secretariat has been fundamental and instrumental in ensuring that all the events took place and that all the strategic objectives of our campaign were achieved. I am particularly enthused by the energy of the members to ensure the building of the brand and the pride of profession, and I implore you to ensure that much work is done so that the next ICAZ Centennial Champion builds on our legacy and enjoys their year at ICAZ as much as I have.